Hey guys, so I didn't know if I was gonna vlog, and I don't know how much I am going to vlog, but I am in my hospital room right now. I'm alone because my mom is getting all the stuff from the car. I really hope she comes back soon because I don't want to be alone anymore. But my hospital room is really nice. Like, look at the view. It's insane, and it's huge. It's like a huge room, and it's like pressurized so that it like gets rid of germs, and I'm not excited whatsoever, but I feel good about what's happening. I also just ordered some food because I had like a little bit of food this morning, but I haven't eaten since last night. So ordered some food that's coming, and I'm kind of just like waiting, doing all the prep stuff, and then I'm gonna get my PICC line put in, and then I'm gonna start the actual drugs. And so yeah, but the egg retrieval went well this morning. Literally just chilling in my big hospital room alone. Hello vlog. So it's currently, it's like 4 o'clock, I think. My mom is paying a bill right now, so I'm laying here with an ice pack. I have an IV in, but we're not doing any fluids yet. I'm gonna start my pre-meds for the Rituxan, I think is what it's called, at 5 p.m. And then I will do that for about 4 hours. Hopefully don't have any really bad reactions. And then after that, just get to sleep tonight. We're not doing any chemo tonight. And then tomorrow I'm getting my PICC line put in, and then I start all my other chemo meds and everything. So today's kind of a chiller day, I guess, but everything's gonna get really crazy tomorrow. So as of right now, I'm in a decent amount of pain. It's not the worst pain, but I'm definitely not like comfortable. That's why I have the ice pack under my shirt. But I'm really enjoying the view. Apparently we got like, there's only 2 rooms like this, and she said like, you're really lucky you got it. And I have to say, I probably would want to have this my first chemo over any other one, you know. So I'm very glad about that because we have such a nice. Spoils you. It spoils me, but you know, I would rather be most comfortable for my first chemo, you know. And I'm back with a sad update because of coronavirus. I'm not allowed to have visitors, so my mom has to leave, which sucks. But luckily, I just keep thinking, luckily we have the technology we do. We can literally FaceTime all day. And it is for protection for both her, me, and everyone in the hospital, because there are like people with corona in this hospital. So that means there's going to be doctors with it, and it's just all. They're not in this building, though. No, they're not in this building. Well, yeah, because I'm on the oncology floor. I'm on like, I feel like a probably pretty safe floor because I am doing my chemo pre-meds. My arm looks super fun and blue, and I got my PICC put in this morning, and that went well. Feels kind of weird, but I like it better than an IV, definitely. But I think I'm gonna like the port more because I don't really like having something in my arm, and I wish I could wear long sleeves right now because I love wearing long sleeves. I don't know why, it's just a thing I love to do. But yeah, so basically we kind of like reset up my room so that I have everything close to me. Got my Nintendo Switch. These are all my cords, all my random things, and then my nausea stuff because that's probably gonna start soon. Not a lot of doctors are coming in and out of the room, mainly calling me. But yeah, so in about like 15 minutes, I'm gonna actually start my first chemo bag, and then I have 4 24-hour bags, and then I get to go home. So basically 4 more days from today, and then my mom will come pick me up, and then I get to go home. I'm also probably gonna play some Animal Crossing right now, and then say goodbye to my mom because she's gonna leave when they hang the first chemo bag. Here's another update. Probably all just gonna be me laying in bed, but it's been like 2 hours of my first chemo bag, So far no symptoms or anything, but she said they probably won't show up until a couple days potentially, or at least after the first bag probably. I'm currently playing Animal Crossing on my Switch. My mom left like 2 hours ago, about a little less. And yeah, I need to figure out what I want to eat for dinner tonight because I still have my appetite. I still feel good, so I want to eat something good for dinner. That is my chemo bag up there. When my friend said it looks like Gatorade. I think I might have already said that, but it does kind of look like Gatorade. It's my liquid gold. Get it in and out of my body. I look funny. But yeah, hey guys, just a little update. I am currently laying in bed. I had a lumbar puncture and intrathecal, I will put it on the screen, chemo treatment this morning. So I have to lay flat on my back for 2 hours. It's almost been 2 hours. I have like 10 more minutes of having to lay on my back flat. But then the doctor came in and he said that I should probably like stay on my side or back for about like 4 more hours after that to avoid getting a headache, because they basically, what the lumbar puncture is they went in and they took out spinal fluid to test for like lymphoma. They're not too concerned that I actually have lymphoma in my brain or my spine, but it's a pretty big chance that it could spread there, so they wanted to do the chemotherapy there just to make sure that it's there, and then obviously get something to test. They're going to test like some spinal fluid, so they took some of that out, and then they obviously gave me a shot of chemo in my spine as well. So yeah, I'm like shaking right now. I think I have to pee really bad, and I don't want to get up because basically, like they said, if you get up, there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get a really bad headache that can last a few days, and I really don't want that. So I'm gonna probably have to call my nurse and ask her what I can do about having to pee. But my chemo bag, my first chemo bag, is almost done. And I have 3 more bags of that, and then I'm done with my first round of chemo. I'm not feeling too bad today. A little bit nauseous this morning, so they gave me a pill for nausea. So officially on bag 2 of chemo. What time is it? It's like 2:30. I started it like an hour ago. So that's good, and I also am finally sitting up. So far, not really feeling any symptoms still, which is so good. I'm just trying to enjoy that as long as possible. Still not really feeling like fatigued or nauseous. I think I've already said this like multiple times, but they usually say you don't feel it for the first few days, and especially like the first chemo, because you're going in like feeling decently healthy. And so yeah, but I don't know, I'm just trying to enjoy what I can. I'm watching Frozen 2, and I'm trying to drink some coffee because I don't have a headache, but the tech said that if you like feel a headache coming on, caffeine is good, so I kind of want to like have some caffeine. I'm also not like feeling super fatigued, so I'm like, you know, why not have some caffeine? I love coffee anyway, so yeah, just, and I'm keeping this on so it stays hot. But I actually had a really good lunch. It was like a turkey and mozzarella and tomato sandwich, like panini, with this like really good bread, and then they had like pesto on it. It was probably the best thing I've eaten here, so I'm definitely gonna be getting that again, probably tomorrow for lunch, as long as I'm like up for it. I need like vegetables. I try to eat like a lot of fruit, and I usually have like 2 or 3 fruit cups here a day, and I had a salad yesterday and like veggies with dinner, but I just feel like I've been eating so many carbs, and like I look at the calories and I'm like, oh my god, I'm eating so many calories. But it's honestly like the same as at home that I would be eating, because I just don't count my calories at home, and here they like give you a sheet that says your calories. I just did my hair because I felt like it, so I did little buns. We're officially less than, hopefully, probably longer than 3 days, but 3 days left in the hospital. So the countdown is officially going, yes. Probably just like Saturday night is when I'll get discharged and everything. But luckily, I'm probably gonna talk about this again in this video, but I have to get a Neulasta shot. Neulasta, I think is what it's called, and it basically helps like replenish your immune system after chemo, because chemo like destroys your immune system, especially my specific type of cancer is in the immune system. So I have to get a Neulasta shot, and usually you have to like go into the office and get it to have it sent to my house for this specific chemo round, just because I'm getting discharged on a Saturday, and normally I'll be getting discharged on Mondays, because I'll usually start my treatment on Wednesdays and then leave on Mondays. But because of like my symptoms and everything, we had to move it up, and I had to start on a Monday and then get discharged on a Saturday. And that's because we had like a lot to do. Like I had to get my PICC in, and there was a lot of stuff, so we got a lot of delays. But hopefully next chemo will only be 5 days, and I will be done by Monday, and then I'll go up to the office and get my Neulasta shot there. But for now, I just get it sent to my house, so that's a good thing. I won't have to wait on that and worry about that, so I can just go straight home. I'm also really glad that I got the spine chemo done today while I'm still feeling good, because it would be pretty crappy to be feeling nauseous or even be like throwing up on the day that I get it, because I have to lay there for a good amount of time to prevent the headache. And quickly, I thought I would show you like what everything looks like. So there is my view. It's so nice, and I don't have those two curtains open, but there's just more buildings there. And then here you can see beautiful Lake Michigan, and you can see Lakeshore Drive is right there. And then I have my lights, and they're actually not twinkling, but on camera they're twinkling. And then here's my little setup here. This is an update for the vlog. I'm currently doing a face mask. It's this really nice, but it's this really nice lavender relaxing face mask. So I'm gonna go sit and maybe do some breathing exercises, and yeah, chill out while this dries. Hey guys, it's me, Grace, and I'm up and trying to move around. I'm trying to like do some movements to get my blood flowing a little bit, because I'm feeling good right now. I'm also kind of trying to tire myself out, because I'm switching my chemo bag in like the next like hour, and my lunch is coming within the next hour, and so I kind of want to like get the chemo bag switched, do all that, and then, because I'm gonna be honest, I have not been moving around a lot since I got in here, and I have gained like 15 pounds, which is a side effect of the steroid I'm on. It's called prednisone, and a big side effect is that if you're not moving around, you can gain a lot of water weight from the drug, and it usually shows up in like your stomach, which is where it's showing up for me. I'm having like a lot of bloating here, and it can also show up in your face, and I'm kind of noticing that as well. And so I'm just trying to get up, move. They said get good sleep, get good water, eat healthy foods, and move around, and that's all you can really do. It's not good to gain a lot of weight. I'm thinking I'm only on the steroid when I'm in the hospital. I'm thinking between the next 3 weeks, my weight will probably go down, mainly because it's like a bloating, and also just because I'm gonna try to take a walk at least every day that I can at home, especially since I'm gonna be social distancing, and like my walk will be my like one chance to leave the house. And yeah, I think I'm just gonna walk around my room for like the next like 10-15 minutes, probably just turn on some music or be on my phone, and just get some movement in, because I plan to take a nap this this afternoon because I am feeling a little bit of fatigue. So I want to get a nap in today. Hey guys, so I don't think I really updated since I was like walking around my room yesterday. But basically it is Friday, which means I get to go home tomorrow. I just started my 4th bag of chemo, which is my last bag. Started it at like 1:30. So hopefully I am done with everything around here around then. Tomorrow, I had a really rough night. Yesterday was fine. I didn't really have any symptoms. And then I just could not get to sleep. The steroids were so bad. I stayed up till 3 a.m. I was literally like laying in my bed crying because I just wanted to go to sleep. And then as soon as I couldn't sleep, like my pain kind of started coming back, and I started feeling nauseous, and I just like was not feeling good. So luckily they were able to eventually get me something to help me sleep, and I slept for 4 hours. And then I woke up feeling a lot more queasy and just obviously tired because I literally only slept 4 hours today. So I did end up taking a nap after I ate breakfast, and they gave me some medication for the queasiness. And now I'm just trying to like lay in bed, try to not nap if I don't need to, because clearly napping kind of messes up. I took a little nap yesterday, and clearly napping kind of messes up my sleep schedule a little bit. But I'd probably allow myself like a 1-hour nap this afternoon. My chemo, and then they're going to take my PICC line out. Luckily a nurse can just do that, so it's not like a procedure. And then my doctor's just gonna discharge me, and usually I would have to go into the clinic to get a shot, but luckily they're going to give it to me here to take home, and I'm gonna take it 24 hours after. So on Sunday I'll take it, and yeah, I'm just literally counting down like the hours. Like, it's not as hard as like sometimes when you know you're like counting down the hours, like you're excited for something. It's more like I'm just taking it every step at a time, trying to keep myself distracted, trying to get through today and hopefully not feel too much more symptoms, and then get home tomorrow. That's just what I want to do. Is I just can't wait to get home. I can't wait to hug my dog and hug my mom, and sleep in my own bed again and eat a homemade meal. My dad is going out today to get us stuff from the grocery store that I like, not that I want or like, but stuff that I need, because obviously we're self-isolating and social distancing, and so I'm not sending my mom to the grocery store. So my dad's gonna go, and I put on like a few like snacks and stuff that I'd want, and then just like some foods that are recommended for me to eat for the steroid I'm on, and for the just overall after chemo, things that can be really helpful to helping with your metabolism and just everything. Hello. So it is the next day, and I'm getting discharged today, so I decided instead of like dirtying out new clothes before I get discharged, I'm just gonna wait and get dressed once I actually can like get dressed. And I'm also not showering because I'm just going to take a bath as soon as I get home to wash off the whole hospital and like clean myself. So I love baths, so I will be taking a bath like as soon as I get home. That's probably gonna be like the first thing I do, basically, besides like get settled. Yeah, the plan is I have my last bag of chemo right there. It'll finish up around 1 p.m. and then I get my Cytoxin, and she said it usually is like a 30-minute infusion, so then I'll just have to do that, and then I'll get my PICC out, and then I will get to go home. So this morning I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Last night was a little rough, just because I had to get up to go to the bathroom like every 5 seconds because they've been giving me so many fluids, just like the regular saline fluid bag. So I had to go to the bathroom like 5 times, and my IV went off like every hour, and it keeps going off, and it's so annoying. I already met with the doctor who's discharging me, so I'm pretty sure all my discharge instructions and stuff are all ready to go. So I'm hoping that I'll be home or like in my car, hopefully around like 3 p.m. That's what it's sounding like if everything goes according to plan. So probably gonna update when I'm either in the car with my mom or going home. And then I think I'm gonna do an update like a couple days after my chemo, and kind of update on symptoms. And I go in on Monday for my first platelet count, and I have my shot that I have to give tomorrow. So I'll just give a more detailed update. For now, I think I'm just gonna edit this video, get this clip in. It's really creepy outside of my room right now. I can't see anything. I mean, I can, but it's like a huge fog, and at some points, like I couldn't even see the building in front of me. Like, this is literally my view. It's freaky. But yeah, one last time in this room. Had to enjoy the view one last time. Hello. So it is, what day is it? It is actually April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day, everybody. I haven't updated or filmed anything since I left the hospital. And I'll tell you why in a second, but it has been, so I left the hospital Saturday and it's Wednesday, so it's been 4 days since I left the hospital. And I have just been at home, obviously, isolating, and things have been going pretty well, as far as like symptoms. Only really had to take my nausea medication one time because I was having really bad nausea when I woke up the morning after chemo, and that night I also struggled sleeping because of the steroids still being in my system, and so that night was just kind of like a rough night in general. I woke up like several times. My mom had to come up, there's my dog, and all that. And then since Sunday morning, I've been basically fine, like eating fine, just appetite is good. I've been trying to eat really healthy because, like I talked about earlier, I did actually end up gaining like 15 pounds from the steroids in 2 days, which was insane, in the hospital, and it was mainly like fluid retention. And let me tell you that fluid has all left my system, and I don't know if I'm like exactly back at the exact same weight that I was before I started my chemo, but I'm at least like not the same amount of bloating and like heaviness that I was feeling in the hospital, which is nice because it was really uncomfortable. Like, it was really uncomfortable feeling, because the way that the steroid works is that it's kind of like fat pockets, so they're just like kind of uncomfortable like rolls on my stomach. And then also my chin was kind of like swollen, and then my face, they call it like getting a moon face, and that was also really like it was just apparent to me. It was uncomfortable to me, and it was just like annoying in general. And so luckily that has all kind of gone down and normalized, and I've been trying to eat as healthy as I can. So just like trying to do snacks and stuff, and try to eat foods that are better for you. So like I've been eating avocados every day. I've been like trying to eat smoothies, trying to just kind of cut back on like heavy carbs, because the steroids can kind of make you want heavy carbs, but that's kind of also what can contribute to the weight gain. So just trying to eat as much vegetables as I possibly can. I've been eating like almonds and a lot of fruit when I need like a sugary fix, but don't worry, I've also been having ice cream cake and cookies as treats, because, you know, I just finished my first round of chemo, and if I'm still have my appetite, I'm going to use it. And obviously with like, you know, the pandemic as well. Basically, like, everything is just about food. Like, I feel like our days are just kind of like scheduled around, okay, when am I gonna eat next, and what am I gonna eat, and all that. And I know you guys can definitely relate on that. And so that's just kind of what life has been like. So that's kind of it as far as, oh, I have neuropathy, I don't know exactly how to say it, but basically my fingers are numb, and then sometimes it's only this hand, like this hand right here will go numb, and it's a very weird sensation. It's kind of like a tingling, like numbness, and I really don't like it. It's like weird to like touch my phone, especially like with this thumb. I've been noticing, like today at least, but the other days I was noticing this one. So that's been a symptom as well. They said that's normal with the chemo that I'm getting, and that it should go away when I'm done with my chemo. So and then just an update on hair loss. Since I actually received my chemo a week, so 9 days ago. Well, actually, I started my chemo 8 days ago because I started on Tuesday. So actually, it's only been 8 days. So they say it usually starts falling out around the 1 week to 2 week mark. And so I've noticed like slight little bits coming out, but I haven't had any like chunks come out yet. I'm also trying to wash it as little as possible. I'm trying to touch it as little as possible, and I'm trying to like be as gentle on it as possible so that I don't stimulate any extra hair loss, or like just I don't make it a quicker process. So I'm like not like brushing my hair. I just like comb it really quick when I get out of the shower, and that's it. So yeah, that's what's going on with my hair. But the plan is basically, I don't know if I'll end up filming it. It's probably going to be a very emotional experience. I already know it is, because my hair is like one of the things that is, I don't know, like it's just a part of you, and it's a big part of anyone. And I know that so many people are like, it's fine shaving your head, but when I already know that my body's going to be undergoing so many different changes in the next few months, and having to deal with hair as well is just another annoying thing that you have to deal with cancer, unfortunately. But the plan is that I'm going to shave my head once I start seeing like significant hair loss, because I don't really think I mentally am going to be able to handle that. And I think that's a normal thing. Some women wait for most of their hair to fall out. I personally just don't really think I want to see myself have like the patches of hair on my head, or wake up with it on my pillow, or brush out like a bunch of it. I just think that it'd be better of a vision for me. And holy cow, the sun is coming out. I think that it'd be a better vision of myself, like as my last look, as maybe somebody with a shaved head. And I think I'm gonna do like a shaved PICC. Like I'm not gonna go bald immediately. We got a new doctor, just a new doctor on the team, because I have to go in on Mondays and Thursdays to get my blood drawn. And I was going to have to just go to the local hospital and go to their infusion center, but the local hospital also has a cancer center, but you have to have a doctor at the hospital to go to the access to the cancer center and get your infusions there. And so we like called on Monday morning, and we got an appointment on Tuesday morning with a lymphoma specialist at this hospital. And luckily this hospital's in the same practice, like not practice, but Northwestern. So all of like our records connect. She's just basically a part of the team now. She can talk to my oncologist, she can order things for me, and if like an emergency were to happen, or for whatever reason Chicago was to not be safe for me to receive my treatments in anymore, just because of with everything that's going on with the pandemic, then I would be able to receive my treatments at this local hospital. And I would also have a local doctor. God forbid we don't want to have to see her ever, but if I needed to in an emergency situation, she could act as my doctor out here, and we wouldn't have to worry about that. So that's an update on what we're doing there. And then the last thing that I wanted to talk about is kind of like where I am like mentally and all that after my first chemo round, and also just with everything that's going on in the world. I would say that definitely that's the thing I'm struggling with the most right now, and I think that's pretty normal, especially because I'm so lucky to not really have many symptoms right now. It's kind of like a waiting game for symptoms as far as like when they're gonna start and what they're gonna be, just because of the toxicity of the chemo that I'm getting. I know at some point I am going to get symptoms. I just don't know what they are going to be. So I'm just taking every day that I don't have the symptoms as a blessing right now. But it's been very difficult. I pretty much just like lay in bed every day, and I just like don't really want to do anything. It's part of like the pandemic, and I think it's largely influenced by that. It's really scary, especially because I have to leave the house. I can't self-isolate because I have to go get my blood counts, and so and going to a hospital is another risk in itself, and I just like wish I could just stay at home and like be in a bubble, but I can't. Luckily, my family, my mom, my sisters are all isolating completely. We are getting our groceries like given to us by friends or family members, and we're using other resources to get everything. So we're taking every measure that we can to prevent anything from happening. But it's just really scary, and I know everyone is going through this. Everyone is struggling right now because, like, I mean, the world, I was talking to my dad earlier, and I said, like, it's so weird because, like, life is still going on, like, things are still happening in the world, but, like, life isn't happening in a way because, like, all of our normal lives are completely different and not happening in the ways that they normally do, or at least most of us. And we all are having to adjust to like these extreme changes and this extreme stress and this just insane thing. And I think that going through cancer treatments right now and having one of the highest risk cancers, which lymphoma is one of the highest risks, and then going through active chemotherapy is another extreme risk for severe cases of the coronavirus. It's just scary, and I think that I've kind of just been like laying in bed and sitting there and just like it's hard to not read things, and it's hard to not want to, like, I don't know, scream at people and say like, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? Because I can only do so much, and I can't control what other people are doing, but what other people are doing in a way kind of directly affects me in some ways. That's been very difficult, and I am trying today because the sun was out and I sat outside for a while actually, and I'm trying today to kind of think of things to do maybe when my mind is going to that bad place. I've had several panic attacks in the past, like since I've been home, especially around going into chemo my second round, because I go into chemo my second round on April 15th, and then obviously I'm not going to be able to bring my mom with me, which means I'll have to go through my second chemo alone, and I have 2 chemos in May, which means I would have to have 2 chemos that my mom would not be able to go with me to. So just kind of like when I think about those things, I just start panicking, and it's hard because we're all kind of having to face the fact that, you know, right now like life is a gift, and like I don't know, it's a lot to handle. And I think that I'm not saying like in my case it's worse than others, because I think that we're all going through things like this right now, but I think that the added pressure of having to go through these cancer treatments and them creating an even more risk, because even just going through chemo makes you a risk for infection, and then this extremely contagious virus going around, it's just a lot. But I know that if something were to happen, I know that one, my mom would fight for me so hard, and I also know that I have a really great team of doctors that would work really hard to, they wouldn't obviously be taking care of me, but like I know that I would be cared for, and so that is reassuring. But like I said, today I tried to write out things, and I didn't actually get very long lists because my dad called me, but I'm gonna try to put as many things as I can possible on here of things to do, because I don't have online school to do, which is nice because I don't think I could mentally handle that right now. But it is also difficult because literally during the day there's nothing for me to do, and like I said, I've just been kind of like laying in bed and doing nothing and just thinking, and I think that is it. If I need to do it, I am allowing myself to, but I also think that kind of maybe forcing myself to be productive, to get my mind off of things, is going to be a good thing to do. So I took a really long time to film this update, and I know a lot of people don't really know what's going on, so I wanted to get this up today, and I am feeling better today, like mentally. I talked to my mom, and she said that one of the things that I can be doing right now, because I can't really do anything, I can't do really much to help, unfortunately, because I can't go out in the world and help, and also we're pretty strapped financially right now, so I can't really donate money. So something that I can do is I could try to help somebody out there who may be going through the same thing, and make a video and see and hope that I can try to help somebody else, because that would be the best thing that could happen out of this. So just know that whoever you are who's watching this, whether I know you or not, I'm grateful that you sat through this video. I am grateful that you are listening to me and supporting me. So many of my friends made a video for me, and it made me bawl. Like, I literally cried so hard, and it was the most touching thing, and it came on a day too when I really, really needed it, on Monday. And so if you were in that video or you contributed to the video, thank you. If you've reached out to me or sent me a card or letter, just know that I've kind of been in a funk and I haven't really been reaching out to people, but thank you, and I plan to write you guys back as well. And thank you for continuing to support me. I am so blessed with the people in my life. That is one thing. Even though I can't see anyone right now, I know and feel the love from all of you, and it's the thing that's keeping me going, because I know that I've got to fight this and I've got to do it, and I've got so many people who are rooting for me, and that's all I need right now. So thank you for that. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever it is, and that you stay safe, stay home, and here I am signing off, sending all of my love. Bye.